What's up, buddy?
Not much. Heating up some food, getting ready for today. Nice
Yeah, what kind of food you got going on?
curry chicken with some rice.
Oh, I love curry. I am actually on my way home. My work day is done. I'm done with work. I'm done with rehearsal, and there is some frozen roast with my name on it at home.
That sounds good.
I did this recipe. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his stuff, but I think his name was Pepper Belly Pete, and he
I
had
have
this
no idea what
roast
that is.
recipe. Yeah, he put up this video, and it was a roast recipe that was similar to the one I've tried in the past, but not the same. So I
Yeah.
tried it. I made it on Sunday. It took 8 hours to cook it, and it just came out so good. It was so good.
Oh,
Uh, and then I filled two big Tupperwares of it with leftovers. And I stuck them in the freezer. And I also did another recipe of his over the weekend. It was a chili where the only thing that was really different about this particular recipe was instead of using all ground meat, he used 3 pounds of ground meat and 1 pound of breakfast sausage. And I made that too, and I put like I ate on that all day Saturday, and then I put the leftovers in the freezer. So I had the leftover chili last night, and it was so good. It's so good. Chili over rice. I put some cheese on it.
that does.
So before we get, well, all you gotta do is come back to the States.
Yeah, it's a little expensive.
It's okay. Just I don't know, rob a bank.
I mean, I tried to, but I keep getting sent to jail.
That we have no intention of actually doing. Allegedly.
This is a joke.
Yes.
Wink,
So-
wink. Joke.
So before we get into the rigmarole of it, just a couple things that housekeeping. One, I messed up on the editing for Sounding the Seven Trumpet Review episode 1. Leo pointed it out to me. He is my trusty reviewer. If there's something wrong in the episode, he's always going to let me know because he's the only one that I talk to every day that listens to the episodes all the way through. I think.
Everyone listening halfway.
Well, I don't know that for sure, but I know that he's the only one that I talk to that listens to them all the way. So if you listen to that one on Spotify and you get to Lips of Deceit, where we're supposed to be listening to Lips of Deceit, just know that the song is going to start, but it starts a little bit later because the order thing got knocked out of loop because I forgot to put my phone in Do Not Disturb, so I tried to call me. But you can rest assured that I've recorded. This is the second episode that I've recorded since that recording, and I do not do it without putting my phone in Do Not Disturb mode. If you have a problem while I'm recording, that's between you and God. So, so yeah. So if you listen to that, just keep in mind that it's not going to be in the right order. And also, before we get into it, this episode is sponsored by Dubby. If you go to dubby.gg, you can get a starter pack and put in promo code Night Ride Home. You get 10% off, and that 10% goes into our bank accounts. I'm not trying to brag. We've got $1.79 in the bank account right now, thanks
Holy
to Reddit.
shit.
Yeah,
We can
so
hire IT now.
well, apparently not because the IT guy's gone. So what we were going to do tonight, we were going to record the other half of Sounding the Seventh Trumpet, but Rhett got called away on some kind of work call, and it just didn't feel right doing the episode without him. So we just kind of had we put that off for now. And what I thought we would do is the topic is going to be our favorite. We're in July, almost in August. So Leo, I'm going to ask you, what games have you been playing this year, and what are your favorite gaming experiences so far?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Hail to the King Deathbat. You know
Oh,
why I've been playing it.
Yes, I do.
You know what I'm doing.
Yes, I do. Madman.
And yes, and I'm almost done with it. Well, at least for first place, where I need to do Deathless. Been playing a lot. I played a lot of Elden Ring lately because my friend finally got into it, and I played Neo.
Yeah.
And well, before that, I played obviously Resident Evil 4, Dead Space remake, and that's been most of my newer games I've been playing this year in general.
Yeah, I've been in a not okay, so the first half of the year I wasn't really playing a whole lot of games that came out this year because other than I think Dead Space Remake was the only new game that I picked up and really got into until Hogwarts Legacy came out. And I'd played like a few games that came out this year here and there, like Fire Emblem Engage, but the Fire Emblem is really hit or miss, and what it really weighs for me, like where it really sticks, is one, how good the characters are, and two, how good the social interactions are. And after Three Houses, which was just basically, if you never played Fire Emblem Three Houses, they basically took the combat from Fire Emblem, they kept it the same for more or less. But then
Yeah.
they put in persona mechanics where like you could go around, you could explore the castle, you could you could form these social links and do activities like fishing and stuff like that. And I fell hard into Fire Emblem Three Houses. I played through all 4 campaigns that you could do, which is not an easy thing. Each run will probably take you about 40 to 50 hours, and even I was really excited for Fire Emblem Engage. And when the first trailer came out, the trailer was really good, but when the game came out, like the combat's great, the characters are not, and that was kind of like the falling off point. So like I played a lot of games. Like I played Persona 5 Royal. I finally played Death Stranding, which was the biggest, like the best way that I can explain Death Stranding to people that don't know is if I tried to explain the plot to you, you would not believe me.
It's Kojima. By
It's
the way, give me
Kojima.
1 moment. I need to go get my
Okay.
food. Make fun of me
Okay.
while I'm gone.
Okay. Oh, Leo, going off to get his food. He says it's chicken curry, but it's probably not. He's probably lying to us. Uh, hmm. Also, Rhett, it's not an IT incident. He probably just he got bit by snakes or something. Uh, big old poison snakes from Death Stranding. Hideo Kojima snakes, really. Uh, so they're Hideo Kojima snakes. They're probably snakes with 3 eyes, and only two of them were non-functional, and they just bit him right in the butthole, and he fell over, and that's why he's not here. And the thing is, he's probably not going to listen to this episode, so he's not even going to know that I'm making fun of him. And that's the real what's the word I'm looking for? The real crutch of it, isn't it? I'm running out of things to make fun of. There's a Dodge Challenger in front of me, and
All right.
he's back.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Hopefully, you got a lot of content making fun of me.
Well, I made fun of you a little bit, but then I just went over to make fun of Red. So
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy listening to this when I listen to the podcast.
yeah, he about halfway through it, I was like, I'm not even worried about saying all this stuff because he's not going to listen. So yeah, I mean, like Death Stranding, I played. What else did I play? I played. And then probably around that time was when Hogwarts Legacy came out. That game took over my life for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I still need to play that.
Oh, it's so good. And then me and you were both playing through Resident Evil 4 Remake for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, some of us more than others, but
I know, dog. You had it.
the gaming space that I'm in right now is I screwed up basically. So I've been I was for like the past month I was dividing my time because I have a game that I play at home when I have an internet connection, and then I have a game that I play when I don't have an internet connection, right?
Right.
And for a month, I was balancing out the game that have internet connection required in between Diablo 4 and Final Fantasy 16. Well, Diablo 4, I had to really speed run that and finish it because I wanted to finish it before the season comes out tomorrow and all that jazz. Now, I beat Diablo 4 last week. I started playing Final Fantasy 16, which is a great game that has it. the best way I can describe Final very high highs, but when you hit the lows, boy, do you hit a low. It is,
Damn.
and the thing is, it's not bad. The lows aren't bad. They are just very boring. It is. Final Fantasy 16 was made by the same team that made Final Fantasy 14, and those low sections show because you have these MMO style fetch quests that are not fun, and most of the time do not have any point or combat in them. So I've been kind of slowly drudging through, and I'm finally back in the action. But where I screwed up is I was playing this game a lot in front of Emily, and she's like, "Man, this game looks good." Now Emily gets off work at 2. I get off work at 5. Okay, we
Yeah.
cannot both be playing Final Fantasy 16 at the same time. So I am currently in a position where she, at this point, has played 10 hours in 2 days. And I am now going to have to try to fast track this and speed run this game and keep myself awake because I have got to finish the game before she catches up to me, or I'm gonna have to like go out to the living room when I get home. So because I won't be able to watch what she's doing.
I get you.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, I just started. Have you ever heard of the the Legend of Heroes RPG series?
I've heard of them. I never like actually watched any gameplay or anything, but the name rings a bell. You know.
Okay, so I got into this because I heard. I think it was the Game Informer podcast. I think it was when Trails of Cold Steel 2 or 3 came out, and they were talking and they're saying, "Yeah, this is just a really big RPG that's filled with personality." And I just kind of forgot about it at the time. And then like 2 years passed, and then I just kind of remembered it, and I got the first game on my PS4, and I just started playing this Trails of Cold Steel game. Right, I proceeded, Leo, to play all 4 of them in almost rapid succession because 1 and 2 were already out at the time. When I finished those 2 games, Trails of Cold Steel 3 came out. I finished that. No, okay. Let me back up for a little bit. I didn't play 3 for a while because it was only on PlayStation, and I just didn't feel like playing it on a console anymore. So I got it on Switch. That was a big mistake because I had to wait a year for that Switch port, and it didn't run well. I beat Trails of Cold Steel 3. And then my divorce kind of happened at that time. So I just didn't play games for a while. When I finally came out of that and I started feeling normal, Trails of Cold Steel 4 had come out. So I had just got my PlayStation 5. And I was like, it'd be great on this PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 game. So I popped that bad boy in, played that game over. It took a long time for me to beat that. So Trails of Cold Steel 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So I went in and looked at the rest of the series. There were 3 games that came out on called Trails in the Sky. That was the original trilogy. That was on PC, and then like a few other things back in the day. But then there was 2 other games. It was called the Crossbell duology. It was Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure. They were never available in the U.S. until this past year when they localized them. And they localized them because these crazy bastards made the Avengers Endgame RPGs. They took every single character from all 9 of those previous games, and they are in this game called Trails of Reverie that just came out.
Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah, dude, it's really impressive, and it makes me want to go back because I've only played the Trails of Cold Steel games, right? And all 5 of the Trails in the Sky and the Crossbell duology, those are all available on Steam now, and they're all Steam Deck verified. But this game is just like the best way I can explain it is this series is not mechanically not mechanically. As far as a beautiful game, this is not it. It looks like a PS3 RPG, but that is not necessarily a bad thing.
Hey, PS3 has some ganger graphics.
It is. When I say it's like a PS3 RPG, I say that because there's not these smooth animations or anything like that. It is like the moving around the world. Like the character animations are not great. And honestly, I would say a little better than Deathbat, just a little bit.
I'm
Uh,
just pissed because I'm trying to complete it.
but it's basically it's a PS3 RPG with with a story that blows most other RPGs I've played out of the water. The story in these games have been so good that when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, I had just finished Trails of Cold Steel 2, and I was like, Final Fantasy VII Remake is a trash ass story.
Damn.
Yeah, and like I literally came at Final Fantasy VII Remake the first time hating it because like I thought the story was just flat compared to Trails of Cold Steel. Uh, and the biggest part of that was because I'm not going to spoil it, but there was a flow to the Trail of Cold Steel series where 1 and 3 ended on these bananas cliffhangers. One in particular had a cliffhanger that I literally, my jaw was on the ground because I was like, "Holy crap! I didn't see that coming!" And I immediately scrambled to get the first disc for the second game and put it into my PS4. And then when I got to the ending of Trails of Cold Steel 3, I didn't like. I was just left on that cliffhanger for a few months, and I was like, just a drug head. I just needed to know. And when I finally got the chance to put it in, it was like relief, getting to see the other half of the story. It is a game that there's a part where you defeat a villain, and I think it was Trails of Cold Steel 1, and I did not want to do it. I didn't want to defeat him because I knew he was going to die, and I did not want him to die.
Oh.
I mean, it was, and then I went into Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it was most of the villain. The only villain that didn't feel stupid was Sephiroth, and the other villains just felt like these archetypes.
I get you.
But I mean, and this Trails into Reverie game, it's called the Paths to Walk system, where there are three protagonists, and you can swap between their campaigns on the fly. Two of them are from, one of them is the main character from the duology, and then the other one is the main character from Trails of Cold Steel. And then there's a new character, and you can like swap between their campaigns at any time, except for like there's some sections where you have to progress another campaign to get further in one. Uh, I am in Act 2 so far of all three of the campaigns, and it is just so good so far. They are nailing it. They're bringing in all the characters I want them to bring in, and it is exactly like how Avengers Endgame was in the theater, where like a character pops out and like, let's go, man. And I just know that I'm still so early on in the game, and they've got so many more things they could throw at me, and I just cannot wait to keep playing it.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
I was gonna say, I just remembered, I played at the beginning of the month. I played Neo: The World Ends with You, and that was actually a really fun experience.
oh yeah, I remember when you played that.
Yeah,
So
still love the music of those games.
So to
Story
kind
was
of
not
book,
as good, of course.
well, I still had to play both of them honestly.
Yeah.
So to kind of flip that over, what games are you looking forward to playing for the rest of the year?
Well, let me just look at my wish list because I keep forgetting the names of some games. But well, if it ever releases this year, Hollow Knight Silksong is one of them. Those I want.
Dude, I can tell you right now that I've never played Hollow Knight because I heard it was hard and I kind of just noped out. But
Oh,
I've
come
been
on! You gotta go through the path of pain at least.
nope. I've been watching people that love Hollow Knight, and I just watch them get beat down every time they show Hollow Knight and don't give a release date.
Yeah.
But it's one. I think it's coming out for free on Game Pass.
Really? I had no idea.
If I'm right on that, I might give Silksong a try.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm looking forward to the Alone in the Dark remake
Yeah.
because, well, I know it's like one of the oldest like survival horror games, and I kind of want to experience that. You know?
Have you played any of the other Alone in the Darks?
No, I haven't.
I've only played the really bad reboot that they tried to put out on the 360 PS3 era. And pretty recently, I was like, the game couldn't have been that bad. So I installed it on Steam, and I was like, oh no, it's that bad. It is very bad. It is. They tried so hard to make it this big, bombastic action horror experience, and it is the most clumsy game I've ever played.
That's sad.
No, I wouldn't say it's the most clumsy game, but it was very clumsy. The inventory was bad. The voice acting was bad. Their game was
Yeah.
bad, and they should feel bad.
Well, one you know since you played the demo, Lies of P is one I'm looking really forward to.
Yeah, that game is. If it ever comes out with an easy mode like the rest of the Souls games, I would definitely give that a shot.
Nah, I hope it comes to the harder mode.
Well, I'm not gonna even play it because I think I touched on the.
I want it to be called easy mode, but it just kills you in one hit, like whatever just happens.
Oh, that's called lying.
That's why it's called Lies.
Oh, that's so smart. that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, I would really like to play that game if they put on easy mode because the atmosphere was top notch. I enjoyed the hell out of that demo. Like, even getting to just getting to the boss fight and thinking I killed it, and then it starts the second phase. That was the part of the demo that I noped out at because I knew I barely got through the first phase. There's no way I'm getting through this. So, but just walking through London, or I'm assuming it's London. I think it's London. And just the storytelling that environment had, that team needs all the praise that it can get. Are there any other games that you're looking forward to?
Well, Armored Core, Blasphemous 2.
Blasphemous 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I've never played an Armored Core game or Blasphemous 1.
I haven't played an Armored Core game either, but I love giant robots. That's why I collect Gundam.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Blasphemous, I played the first one. I'm hoping it's not as confusing as the first one.
Well, it probably will be.
Yeah. It's really fucking confusing.
As for me, I'm looking for the Diablo 4's first season drops tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to after. I'm hoping there's enough time left in the season for me to do the quest line after I finish Final Fantasy 16.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna add like DLC stuff, you gotta talk about Elden Ring, Shadows of the Erdtree.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for that one too, but I still need to finish the base game.
But
And
it's
I
so
can-
easy.
Well, I can beat Elden Ring's base game because there is an easy mode.
Lame.
In my
You gotta kill
defense,
Melania with no weapons, just
I'm
fists.
not doing that at all. The other big ones that I'm really looking forward to is I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 2. I've been
Oh yeah,
a
that
big
one looks good.
I've been a big fan of what Insomniac did with the first two Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Those were both incredible Spider-Man experiences, and this one looks like it's going to be a lot of fun as well.
Like it actually got me into it because I haven't played those games.
Let me tell you, dude, you should definitely get those on PC because they are. I will say that they are definitely the best Spider-Man games ever made, and I would venture that they are the best Marvel games ever made.
Damn.
They are insanely good, and it looks like they're going to do it again too. Starfield is coming out, and I wasn't insanely looking forward to it, but then I got Windows on my Steam Deck now. The
You
right
got it
way.
to work?
Yeah, so basically, I just put it on an SD card, and whenever I want to use Windows, I just pop the SD card, my normal SD card out, Windows SD card in, and I can boot it into Windows from there. So now I've got both operating systems.
Nice.
So yeah, Starfield's a big one for me, and
Hey, going back to some games that came out this year that I haven't played yet. I'm really looking forward to going through System Shock and
oh yeah, that's on my list as well. Actually,
the darkest fucking game I could find. We love Katamari.
Oh no! You gotta need if you stream that, you have to put a trigger warning.
Of course.
I actually forgot a game as well. I've actually played this one. So after the casino shows that I did in May, I came home and Emily and I played through Star Wars Jedi Survivor. That was a fantastic game. That it had a moment. It had a moment that was one of the coolest video game moments I've ever had. It was so cool.
Damn, it's in my wish list. I just hoping that all the hiccups from like the beginning are gone by the time I get it.
I can tell you, I played on PS5 and experienced no problems. I don't know what that means for the PC version because, as you and I both know, the PC ports have been pretty bad this year.
Yeah,
But
That's about-
yeah, the Dead Space remake when it launched. But yeah, I mean, I would just YouTube it and see how maybe limit the videos like last month to see what it pans out because to add on to that moment, I'm not even gonna spoil where it is in the game or like what it is or anything like that, but there is a twist that after it happens, the music swells, and Emily and I both wanted to like bounce off the couch. We're like, no way! It is such a good game, and just the insanity of this year. It is such an amazing game. But I think it's at my number 5 best game of the year so far.
wow.
If I had to rank my games this year so far, I'd probably be Jedi Survivor, Resident Evil 4 remake, and then I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy 16 is going to come in at number 3. Diablo 4 is going to come in at number 2. And Tears of the Kingdom is easily my number 1 game. I forgot that one.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played enough games from like this year to make a top 5 list. Just played.
You got
that came out-
You got the 2
Yeah,
horror remakes.
Yeah. To be honest, they were both very good.
Yes, they were. And we'll have to wait to see if we get DLC. But on that note, I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut the episode here because I'm about to be home.
Damn
So
you.
thanks for joining.
Stop
Thanks for
driving
joining me,
so
buddy.
fast. Yeah, no problem, dude. Glad for you to invite me for this shit.
All right, no problem. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
See y'all.